want to talk about being a global citizen,
Yep.
you have any kind of platform, you have to talk about what's happening to our brothers and sisters in Nigeria.
In Nigeria.
And understand that police brutality is a global pandemic as well. And you know, if you are not talking about what's happening in Nigeria, you know, with police brutality and you know, the brutalization of our brothers and sisters in Africa and in Nigeria specifically, you're doing it wrong. So I want to make sure that everyone understands where our hearts and minds are, along with all the talk that we're doing with this incredibly important election here in the United States. That it is possible to juggle more than a few topics and to be passionate about a few things. So if you are not aware of what's happening in Nigeria, please make sure that you educate yourself as best that you can and lend your support. Continue to talk about it, tweet about it, post videos of actual Nigerians talking about how this is impacting the people in Nigeria, and it's our job to amplify those voices on the ground doing the work, who've been doing the work for a long time. So I didn't want to let that go by without making sure.
I know everybody in the comments, especially our friends in Nigeria, hearing that come from you, it means a lot. This is a global issue, like you said, and they are not alone. We are in this with them. We are in this together. They are our brothers and sisters, and we are all fighting that fight. So like you said, much love to all of our friends in Nigeria. And we got our work cut out for us here. You know, talk a little bit about, so what's your process this year for the election? Are you guys doing the early voting? Are you guys gonna go to the polls? Are you getting the crew together? How's it going down for you?
Well, we got a crew together last week. You know, for those of you guys who don't know, that TJ is like my little brother. He's my play little brother, but he's actually like my real family. So our crew of girlfriends, we got together at my house. We got all of our ballots together and did research on all of the propositions, all of the judges, the college, the community college folks that you got to vote on as well, the sheriffs, and just try. And we actually had a little debate about, you know, our different thoughts about the different propositions.
Hold on, who is in this room? Can I get someone?
Okay.
This is such an interesting
so Donnie
of
Dean,
course.
Chantel, of course. Our girlfriend Andrell, my little sister Tracy. I know I'm missing somebody. Oh, and Chef Rich.
You know, Chef Rich gonna come with the opinions.
You know,
but that's so good. What I was saying with Marcus is, you know, every year you go in and vote, and you want to get out of there as soon as possible. You want to just make it happen. And when it comes to Proposition 17, you have no idea what some of these are. And then you'll just remember a radio ad you heard that says, vote yes for Proposition 17. And then you're just kind of programmed to do things. And so what you've done, even if I get you to, I'd rather you text me a cheat sheet on like, okay, here's what we're voting for after, you know, me, Telly, and the crew debated for an hour. Here's what our squad is. I'd rather at least know what the fam is voting for, and we have that level of communication than to rush through some of these things. Because what we've seen during this pandemic more than ever is that it be the smallest things that have the biggest impact on our daily lives.
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, obviously the presidential election, I mean, we've seen what 3+ years with Trump has done to every part of our country. Our republic, even the things that have never worked for us worked even worse. And the few things that did work to the advantage of marginalized folks has been demolished. So yes, you got to pay attention to the presidential election, but the judges, the people who you actually have more of a likelihood of coming across or having an impact on your day-to-day lives, like your council members, the propositions, and like just the way that the propositions are worded is confusing as hell. So you're like, am I for that? I can't even tell from the way this is worded if I'm for it. How do I vote? I don't even understand. So literally doing your due diligence in the same way that you would prepare for a job interview or to get into college or you know, to get your kids into picking a school for your kids. You got to look at every single proposition because those are the ones that will basically can pack the biggest wallop on your day-to-day lives. And they're confusing. Just if you were to just go into the booth and you're trying to vote real quick, you know, on
there's an Uber driver
one.
one.
More time.
I don't know if I'm supposed to vote for it or against it. Am I helping the Uber drivers? Am I closing myself? I have no idea with a lot of these. So like you said, doing that research is key.
Yeah. And that's just for us here in California, but across the country, read, familiarize yourself with the complete ballot before you go into the booth, whether you're early voting on the day, mail-in voting. Familiarize yourself with the entire ballot, because we need your votes all the way down the ballot, not just the presidential election, which is incredibly important.
Gab, I'm always so proud to know you. I tweeted this, I went on IG a little while ago. You're a warrior. You fight so many fights for us. I feel like when we're all old and it's all said and done, some of the battles that you fought are really going to make an impact for not just the industry, but for how the world is going to change. Like, you put yourself out there and you fight for us, and you don't have to. Why has it always been so important for you to put yourself on the line? You put your body in front of the grenade for so many of us, so many Black people, so many women, so many of us. Like, why has it always been so important for you to be a voice for all of us?
Because there were so many times I needed somebody to stick up for me. I needed somebody to have my back. I needed somebody to fight the man on my behalf, or on behalf of people that were just suffering and being abused or being harmed. And no one stood up. No one stepped forward. No one put their neck out. And so I vowed that if I ever got into a position where I could be of service, I want to be of service. And the more I started working in Hollywood, the more I had to do interviews, the more microphones were in my face. It was like, okay, yeah, I could talk about, I don't know, clothes or who's a better kisser, on TV or whatever. Or I could actually give you some information that might save your life. We could talk about sexual assault. We could talk about the LGBTQ plus IA community. We could talk about voting. We could talk about being, how to create a safer work environment. We could talk about the importance of insurance. I'd rather stick my neck out at all times and be a little afraid, maybe suffer a little bit of blowback and be able to sleep at night than, be worried about what percentage of taxes I'm paying when the country is literally going up in flames. That's not me. It will never be me. I don't know. Like, for me, if everybody's not eating, it's not enough for me to have my plate full. And
that's why me and Fred will fight anybody for you. Just so you know, me and Fred will fight anybody for you. Now, we old now. We ain't gonna fight them as it ain't gonna be as good as it used to be now. But if you gotta send us over somewhere, it's gonna go down. All right.
Listen, when I gotta call y'all, it's bad.
It's gonna be bad.
That place, but you guys always show up for me.
Nah, we family for life. All right, so what do you want to say out there to all the young people that are tuning in? Those final words. We are days away from one of the most important elections of our lifetime. November 3rd is going down. What's that last word that you want to tell everybody to go out there and get motivated?
This is singly the most important election in our lifetimes and in history as we know it. Vote. And vote and familiarize yourself with every election that is happening in your community, and make sure that your voice is heard. Make sure that as we go into those voting booths, we understand that marginalized people, Black and brown people, are dying at the highest rates of COVID. We are facing, the highest rates of unemployment, the highest rates of not having insurance, the highest rates of police brutality, and as we keep seeing in the comments, that these are issues that we are dealing with here in the United States, but these are global issues as well. So make your voice heard. Now, if you can vote early, mail in your ballot, or certainly on November 3rd. And at the same time, because we are capable of doing more than one thing at a time, make sure that we are supporting and amplifying the voices and the activists on the ground in Nigeria doing the work to end SARS. Yeah. So I hope that is an inspiring enough message, because we're counting on all of us. But the world needs each and every one of us, Black men, Black women, Latinx, like show up, show out. And if you have already voted, think about volunteering. Think about helping your neighbors, your family members get to the polls who may be a little transportation insecure. We're all pitching in different ways. So think about other ways that you can help if you've already got your vote in.
Can you run for president in 12 years?
Hell no. TJ, you know all my little bodies that are, I'm trying to
anybody that asks me, I'm way too dirty for it. I'm way too dirty, but you good though. You good. You listen, just put me in the cabinet somewhere. Put me in the, I'll just run a little department somewhere. We'll talk about it later. We'll talk about it offline.
All right. I love you guys, and everybody stay up.
I love you more. Thank you so much, Jay.
Keep fighting the power, baby. Bye, guys.
Will do. Love you, Jay. Bye, guys. What a great morning, or great afternoon, rather. Anytime you can have a conversation with Gab, it's amazing. Marcus is amazing. Again, there's so many flags popping up, so just want you to know, all of our family and friends in Nigeria, we see you. Gab spoke, and we all spoke on it. We love you. We love you in Nigeria. We're with you. We support you. And for us here, man, we have a big election here in the States, November 3rd. And we all have to get out there. We all have to exercise this right. Blackmenvote.org is the website. If you go to the website, everything you need is right there. There's all types of information on voting places, the process, early voting, everything. It's so much. There's so much information right there. So please go. Black Men Vote Official is the Instagram page. So thank you to our friends there. There's a lot of people with the requests. Thank you so much to London. Thank you so much to Aaliyah. Chantel, I see you. Freddie, I see you. Everybody out there, thank you guys all so much. We do this every Tuesday. So keep on hitting me up on IG. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you have anybody that you want me to talk to. I personally want to use my voice for good. I personally want to motivate as many people as I can to use their voice and make sure that they're active, and that if you haven't voted before, to go out there and vote. My man Marcus is voting for the first time this year. My man Snoop Dogg voted for the first time this year. This is an exciting year to get out there and vote. We have to vote, like Gab said, like our life depends on it, because it does. My name is Terrence J, and on behalf of the Black Men Vote official family, I'll see y'all next week, man. Tune in every Tuesday. We do it right here, and we do it big, all right? I love y'all.